The 2019 AMC 8. Let's look at the final 5 problems from that test. Let's get started. Starting with problem 21. What is the area of the triangle formed by the lines y equals 5, y equals 1 plus x, and y equals 1 minus x? A 4, B 8, C 10, D 12, and E 16. We can solve this problem pretty easily by just graphing all the lines. That the graph is shown to the right here. It can easily be seen that the base of this triangle is 8 and the height is 4. So the answer is half of 8 times 4 equals 16. That is E, which is our answer. We also do this with the shoelace theorem. We have to find the intersection points first, 4, 5, negative 4, 5, and 0, 1 as shown below. And I'm doing it in the table because there isn't really an easy way to line them up. Now we just apply the shoelace. The left column sums to negative 16, the right column sums to 16. 16 minus negative 16 is 32. And to find the area, we have to divide that by 2, is 16, which is E. Let's do problem 22 now. A store increased the original price of a shirt by a certain percent and then lowered the new price by the same amount. Given that the resulting price is 84% of the original price, by what percent was the price increased and decreased? A 16, B 20, C 28, D 36, E 40. Now, we're not given a price, so we can just plug in any number and it'll still work. So let's just assume it's 100 to make the math easier. So we'll let N be the percent that the prices were increased and then lowered by. So turning the percents into fractions, we're given that 100 times 100 plus N over 100 times 100 minus N over 100 equals 84. Now let's get rid of the denominators by multiplying both sides by 100. Now we have 100 squared minus N squared, or 8400. Moving things around, N squared equals 10,000 minus 8400. N squared is 1600, N is 40. Obviously, N can't be negative 40. The answer is E again. Let's go on to problem 33. After Euclid High School's last basketball game, it was determined that 1/4 of the team's points were scored by Alexa and 2/7 were scored by Brittany. Chelsea scored 15 points. None of the other 7 team members scored more than 2 points. What was the total number of points scored by the other 7 team members? A 10, B 11, C 12, D 13, E 14. We can use the fact that Alexa scored 1/4 of the points and Brittany scored 2/7 of the points to determine that the total points scored is a multiple of 28, because the denominator is 4 and 7 and the least common multiple is 28. Together, Alexa and Brittany scored 1/4 plus 2/7, or 15 28ths of the total points. So the rest of the team, including Chelsea, scored 13 28ths of the total points. The rest of the team couldn't have scored more than 7 times 2, or 14 points. Pretty lame. Since the rest of the team scored 13 28ths of the points, it must be a multiple of 13. Because Chelsea scored 15 points, it's pretty obvious that the multiple of 13 has to be 26. So the answer is 26 minus Chelsea's points, or 11. B is the answer for number 23. Let's go on to problem 24. Personally, I thought this one was the hardest one on the test, but that's just me. In triangle ABC, point D divides line AC so that AD over DC equals 1 to 2. Let E be the midpoint of line BD, and let F be the point of intersection of line BC and line AE. Given that the area of triangle ABC is 360, what is the area of triangle EBF? A 24, B 30, C 32, D 36, and E 40. Well, AD over DC is 1 to 2, so that BDC is 240 area, because the height is 2/3 and the base is the same. Because point E is the midpoint of line BD, triangle BEC has area 120 because it has half the height of triangle BDC. From here, we can finish with mass point geometry, which is shown in the bottom right. And we see that BF over FC is 1 to 3, so that BF is 1/4 of the base. So it's 1/4 of triangle BEC. 1/4 of 120 is 30, which is our answer. The answer is B. Let's go on to the last problem. Alice has 24 apples. In how many ways can she share them with Becky and Chris so that each of the 3 people has at least 2 apples? A 105, B 114, C 190, D 210, E 380. Ironically, I thought this one was the easiest of the last 5. Since each person needs at least 2 apples, let's just take 2 times 3 equals 6 of the apples and move them to the side, because each of them needs at least 2 apples. We're left with 18 apples to divide among 3 different people with no restrictions. Let's line up all of the apples. Essentially, we need to stick 2 dividers anywhere between those 18 apples, divide them among 3 people. So we have 18 apples, 2 dividers, and we have to find where we can place the 2 dividers. So we have 20 choose 2 or 190. Our answer is C, our final answer for the last problem. And that's it for the 2019 AMC 8. Thank you for watching. I hope you understand all those solutions. If you didn't, please ask in the comments. I'll try to respond. And thank you. Goodbye.